to drop your credit scores in the comments. We're going to go over credit unions. We're going to talk about how to get ready for funding. We have so many people that call us about funding and they don't know how to be prepared for funding. So we got a video coming up um, in the next couple of days on Thursday where we're talking about personal loans versus business loans. Do you know a lot of people get that wrong? A lot of people automatically assume, hey, if I don't get a business loan, I don't want to do it. I want to separate it. But think about this. If you got a brand new business that's less than 3 months old and you got a great credit score, you're leaving money on the table, guys. I'm here to tell you right now. You know how that book, there was a book called Who Moved My Cheese? I want y'all to understand the cheese has moved, okay? Like a lot of people don't realize that personal loans right now is where all the money is. So we like to call it max funding. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? We call it max funding. What I mean by that, you can get maximum funding by combining personal loans, business loans, personal credit cards, business credit cards. Let's face it, when you're a startup, most people run out of money before they run out of ideas. I hope y'all heard me. Most people run out of money before they run out of ideas. I want you guys to really hear me on that because I get a lot of people that, Marvin, I want my business credit separate from my personal credit. I don't want it together. You know, all of this stuff. And I get that, guys. Don't think that I don't understand. I totally get what you're saying. But what you got to realize is that a lot of these banks right now, if they don't have a relationship with you, and you hear us say this all the time, relationship, relationship, relationship. If y'all hear me, let me know in the comments. Drop some flames in the chat if you understand what relationship means. What I mean by relationship, guys, what I'm saying is a lot. What's up, Curtis? How you doing? A lot of people don't realize that banks want to get to know you. Thank you. Thank you for putting relationships. You get it. A lot of times you can double dip. Why just go get a business credit card? Let me tell you, last year, tell you a story. Last year, we were getting businesses $50,000 and $75,000 chase cards back to back, like all day long. It was like an assembly line. But about, I think it was March or April of last year, they started to cut those limits to 3 to 10,000. So let me ask you this. If I can get you approved, if you set an appointment at before 1 o'clock and we get that app in on a personal loan, I can get about $40,000 deposited in your personal bank account in one day. Worst case, it'll be 24 hours. It just depends on when you set your appointment. Guys, we've gotten people 120, 250,000 combining personal and business funding. If this was last year, I would say, hey guys, let's just go all business. You know, don't worry about doing any personal. But this year, 2026, I'm here to tell you, you got to combine both. Okay. You got to combine both of them. And I want you to understand that if you combine both of them, now we're talking 250,000. Once you get that kind of money, now I'm gonna say, hey guys, let's start to put money in different banks and develop relationships. The banks, what a relationship is with a bank. I'm sure somebody's thinking that right now. Marvin, what is a relationship? A relationship means you're setting up a checking account or deposit or a savings account. You're setting up an account with them. You're going to use your debit card. You're going to do business with them. That's when they realize, hey, this person is serious about doing business. The days of opening an account with $100 and then applying for a $50,000 credit card, those days are really slim, guys. I'm here to tell you they're really slim. What I want you guys to start doing, all my money magnets. Somebody put money magnets in the chat. Put money magnets in the chat, guys. What I want you to realize is you got to set up a deposit relationship, a direct deposit. When you're doing business, all your money goes into your business checking account. When you start to do that, I'm here to tell you right now, the bank is going to send you offers. Do you know what I mean? You'll get offers, like offer letters. See this, guys? You'll start to get offer letters. And that's what I want you guys to get. That's what I want you guys to understand. You're going to get offer letters and you're going to have banks lining up to give you money. They're going to line up to give you money. money magnets, like a magnet. So I want you guys to understand the things that I'm telling you, I have practiced myself. I do myself. I just opened up another business bank account earlier in the week. And I want you guys to understand you you run out of ideas. You don't run out of ideas. Let me say this. The Small Business Administration said most businesses fail because of a lack of capital. They don't fail because of a lack of ideas. They fail because of lack of capital. So I don't want my money magnets to run out of capital. And what I mean by that, it's almost like one of the skills that you got to have in your business is raising capital. You never stop raising capital. You never say, oh, I got enough. I don't need that much. All right, Uncle Alert, let's go. Let's go. You guys got to realize that you have to keep building these relationships. It never stops. Because think about it. We had COVID happen. A lot of businesses were strapped for cash, okay? A lot of business was strapped for cash. God forbid anything like that happens again. I want you guys to be prepared. Now, if anybody has any questions, don't be shy. I want you to throw your credit scores in the chat. If you guys want to know about credit unions, put the name of the credit union or give me your credit score. I can give you scenarios where we can tell you which credit union may be good, even which bank. I don't want you to think I dislike banks. I love banks. So I want you to ask questions that you guys really need to know. Now, a lot of people ask, Marvin, what credit union should I go to? First, let me say this. You want to go to a credit union that's near your home, that's in, where you live, in your community. And then that's the one of the first ones because banks and credit unions, they have to lend money to the community. So you want to go to a credit union that's close to your home, first of all. So somebody says, Don says I got a 540. So Don, let me give you, we just made a video about this, I want to say Sunday. One of the easiest ways to get started with a bank or a credit union, write this down, guys. Let's get some pen and pad out. Let's write this down. If you got a 540, I'm gonna tell you two things that I would do immediately. One, you need to start disputing the negative items on your credit report. Get rid of all the negative items. You got to think about it. Your credit score is just like your grown-up report card. Okay? It's like your grown-up report card. The bank is looking up, you made a mistake here, you made a mistake there. I want you guys to realize that you got to start working on the negative items. After that, you really want to work on making sure that you build credit. Hey, Gloria. Hey, beautiful. It looks like it looks like you're frozen. It looks like you're frozen. All right, there you go. You're moving now a little bit. Keep moving and stopping, moving and stopping. All right. So let me you break it up, baby. But let me get this one question out. So the 540, Don, I would get rid of those negative items. I start working on that every month. And while I'm working on that, Don, what I would also do is make sure that you get a secure card. A lot of people hate secure cards. They're one of the best way. So what I would do is set up a secure card with whatever credit union or bank. I'm gonna give you a real plan, Don. I would get Mission Lane, MissionLane. Mission Lane is an unsecured credit card. I would also get two secure cards, maybe one in the bank, one in the credit union, Mission Lane. You got three accounts. Now you live somewhere, right? So either you got a mortgage or you got rent. Start to get a company like Rent Reporters and report your rent. All right. With those four accounts, there's only one more account I would tell you to add, and this could be an option. This will be an authorized user, or you might want to get something like Credit Strong. Credit Strong has an installment. All right, Curtis, 650 is my lowest, 789 is my highest. That lets me know you've been doing credit repair. You got a really high score. Now, if I were you, I would sit down and look at credit unions by bureau. Like a bank like Synovus, they pull Equifax. You got a bank like Navy Federal that may pull TransUnion. And you got all of these credit unions that may pull banks that may pull different bureaus. Chase. may pull Experian and TransUnion. So then I would go by bureau and I would make a plan to get funded. Gloria, you still there? We can't see you. Can't see you or hear you, babe. You sound real bad. You might need to get on Wi-Fi. All right, greetings to all. All right, how you doing? Jace has a 624. Lori has a 60, what is that? A 607. Guys, whenever you got scores under 680, I would think about getting rid of those negative items, paying those charge-offs. Don't be afraid to settle with them. Don't be afraid to settle with them. Look, I remember the first time I had bad credit, my attorney, I owe somebody about 35,000. He said, Marvin, you're too smart to file bankruptcy. Don't file bankruptcy. And I think I owed man a few 100,000, and he taught me how to settle with them, so I didn't have to fight a bankruptcy as well. So think about these guys. You can settle with companies, even if you owe 30,000, you might be able to get them 3,000. Don't be afraid to call and negotiate. All right, now we got 607, 690. Need a personal loan to pay down credit. Make sure you make an appointment. We can get you up to 50,000 with no docs. I got to, if you guys want to do personal and business funding, you guys got to make sure that you tap in with us and you let us help you get the funding that you need. All right. They say the link isn't working. So I'm gonna get on Aloysa and Danny, make sure you get the right link inside there. Make sure you guys get the right link in there. All right, let me see if I can. I don't know if I can drop it myself, but Danny and Aloysa will make sure you guys get the link. You can look in our YouTube channel and find it as well. All right, somebody says they have high utilization. The only way you can defeat high utilization, guys, you got to look at two things if you want to defeat high utilization. You got to look at increasing your limit. If you got a good enough score, sometimes you can increase the limit. That'll get it down. You got balance transfers, get a new credit card, transfer.
Uh-oh.
My inside my car. On YouTube, make sure we get the right link, Danny. All right, Gloria, you there? All right, we can't see you now. Now we can't see you. All right, when you click on the link, so I want you guys to fix that link for me, Danny. I'm gonna see if I can jump on the live myself and fix it. Gloria, are you on? Are you on Wi-Fi? Okay, you sound like it just sounds really weird. So, guys, okay. Well, guys, Gloria. Yeah. So yeah, we can hear you a lot better now. Danny, I think you got the wrong link. I'm putting the correct link in there, guys. check the link out at the bottom and make sure it works. Somebody test that link out and make sure it works. Now, Gloria, I was telling them about relationship, how with most of these banks, you got to put anywhere from 1,000 to $5,000 in there so that you guys make sure that you're able to get an internal banking score. That's very important. Making sure you got an internal banking score because the banks want to really see that you're, you want to develop a relationship with them. Let's think about it, guys. If you want them to give you money, they want to see that you're going to deposit money into their bank. Would you agree, Gloria? Right, right, correct, correct, right, 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 right. Gloria, you said that? Right, 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 right. And guys, let me know that you can hear Gloria. Gloria, somebody said they couldn't hear you. They said they can't hear you. So what Gloria is saying is building a relationship with Navy Federal will really help you guys, like doing direct deposits. All of these things that we're talking about will help you build a relationship with them. And we deal with these banks and these credit unions every day, guys. When I say every day, if you guys really want to make sure that you get funded, you got to build a relationship. You got to set up a direct deposit. You need to let them know that you're serious. And even if you got bad credit, I mean, we've seen people with bad credit who settle with bad credit. We've seen that happen before. And I used to wonder, like, how did this person with a low 600 get a $25,000 credit card? It's because they had a relationship. They said they can't hear you, Glory. Glory. Yeah. Yeah, so they let us know over and over again with banks that even if you got a bad credit score, you can still get a high limit. I mean, I've seen it time and time again. So don't think a direct deposit is a waste of time. A direct deposit is a good thing. A direct deposit can help you get the kind of funding that you actually need. So, guys, if I were you, I would first pick credit union. So uh, one of the ones I like the most is um, Federal Credit Union. Four Leaf Federal Credit Union is a great credit union that can actually, you can start a relationship. They do business and they do personal. So Four Leaf Credit Union, that's a great one. Write that down, guys. And another one that people forget about a lot is Langley. You got Langley Federal Credit Union. That's a good credit union. You also have the United States Senate Federal Credit Union. Yep. And that credit union to me is one of the best. And depending on where you live at, depends on where you live at, you can actually, set up some great relationships. And like I said, you might want to set up the ones, you might want to set up the ones that are close to your home. And then guys, let me know in the chat. Do you guys want to hear more about SBA? And Glory, we got a lot of feedback going. Yep, we got DCU. DCU is a good one. DCU and First Tech have just combined. And First Tech is one of my favorites, to be totally honest. You know, First Tech, if you start off with a security card, we had a client that actually got 15,000. They graduated from a $300 security card to a 15,000 unsecured card. So you definitely can do it. And what I like about some of these banks is, guys, you can actually start off on the personal side, and then you can cross over to the business side. One of the easiest ways, like Synovus Bank. Synovus, if they approve you for the personal and you set up a business checking account, you got a really good chance at getting a business credit card. And they pull Equifax. So write that down. I think we lost Gloria again. So drop me some more credit scores in the chat, guys. If you guys want me to talk about your credit score and a roadmap to get you where you need to go, drop it in the chat. And if you guys need help with your credit repair, we have an AI system called Luxury Credit Hacks. So anybody that's under 680, I'm gonna put it out there right now. It's only $39.95. We're just trying to help you guys get to the 700s. So if you want to get to the 700s, you need to check out Luxury Credit Hacks. And I'll put a couple of more of these in the chat. Somebody said, spell it out. I'm going to spell it out for you. And when I put FCU, that means Federal Credit Union. So you got United States Senate Federal Credit Union. Okay, somebody, Mark said he lost connection, but he's below 550. Okay, Mark, I'm going to go over this one more time. When you're at a 550, you want to start working on your credit. You want to start removing negative items and getting things off your credit. After that, well, no, not after that. At the same time, you want to get a secure card and you want to start building credit. So think about this. You want to do both of these things at the same time. You want to remove negative items and then you want to get a secure card. So now you're removing negative items, but you're building credit. Guess what happens to your credit score? Your credit score goes up. So if you guys are really interested in getting a high credit score, remove anything that's negative. Think about this. It's like when you're working on your credit, you got to think about this as your adult report card. Gloria, you got in a better area yet? I think she's frozen. All right. Well, guys, I want you to throw questions in the chat because I'm here to answer your questions. This is like getting a one-on-one, because I want you guys to realize most businesses fail because of a lack of capital. And I want you guys to watch our videos and learn how to develop a skill of raising capital. Like we're making a lot of videos about the SBA. Does anybody want to hear about the SBA? If you want to hear about the SBA, do me a favor. If you want to hear about the SBA, drop SBA in the chat and let me know. We'll start making more videos about the SBA. And if you want more business videos, put business videos in the chat as well. All right. Somebody asked me about Americool. Okay, let me go back to that question. All right. Let me see if I can find this Americool question. I was able to get an account at America based off my info. I'm in a restricted account till December, currently at 547. The only reason why I would think you'd be in a restricted account, have you checked your check systems? I'm gonna put this in the chat. Check your check systems. And what they may be saying is You got things on your check systems that may be hurting you getting a regular checking account. So I want you to check that out. All right. Somebody else says 688 is my lowest, 7045 is my highest. Well, you got to look by bureau. All right. Somebody else says it's wasting my time for me to apply for credit cards. One of my cards sends me a bill with close to a $500 extra yearly fees. So I never paid it. Until I paid it, I'm going to pick and choose. I would go for Mission Lane. Let me put that in the chat. I'm gonna give you guys a plan in the chat. Mission Lane, 2 secure cards. I'm gonna go 2 secure cards. Gloria, you sound very low. I can't hear you now. Gloria, we can't hear you. 2 secure cards. Nope, you sound very low. I can barely hear you. All right, so you got Mission Lane, 2 secure cards, and then I'm gonna put something like rent reporters because everybody has to have a place to stay. So you want to do rent reporters, you want to do Mission Lane, and 2 security cards. That should help you build credit. After that, you want to take a look at luxury credit hacks for negative items. And then think about this, guys. This is the roadmap what we're giving you. We're giving you the roadmap so you can get to the point where you can get an SBA loan. I don't know if you guys watched our last few videos. SBA just raised the cumulative limit to $10 million. So I want somebody to say in a couple years, Marvin, I was on there with a 550 credit score, and now I got 500,000 to $1 million from the SBA. It's very possible if you follow the roadmap. Who wants the roadmap? Guys, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, the word roadmap, if you want the roadmap. Curtis, I'm telling you, I've helped people raise 400,000, $1 million, and they may have started off with bad credit. I'm telling you, they may have started off with bad credit. So you can say what you can do. Are you willing to follow the roadmap? There you go, Curtis. Put roadmap in the chat, guys. If you guys are willing to follow the roadmap, if you continue to watch our videos, we will show you that roadmap wherever you are to where you want to go. If you send a method verification to the bureaus and they haven't responded, what should be the next one? Well, you got to first, I got questions about that. Did you send it certified? Do you know exactly what day they kept up with it? Because you can send them a letter saying that they didn't respond within the 30-day period. Sometimes they ask for extra time. So you got to really be real conscious about all the mail that you get when you're doing credit repair. Be very conscious about all the mail that you get because you may have missed a letter where they ask for more time because the bureau sometimes, you know, they got 30 days, they may try to ask for 45 days. So be very careful about that. All right, let me give you some more credit unions that you guys have probably never heard of. But they have one called Transportation Federal Credit Union. All right, y'all hear me? Transportation Federal Credit Union is another one I'll put in the chat. Transportation Federal Credit Union. Another credit union that goes up to $50,000. All right. The person with credit repair says it was certified and I kept the receipts. The only one responded was TransUnion. Well, then I would write a letter. You know, this is the thing. Most people don't realize. I don't know what it's doing. Um, Hello, Miss Smith. I see you, but I can't hear you. Hi, Gloria. We can see you here on live. Can you guys see me now? Can you see me now? Hello, guys. Can you see me now? Let me know in the chat if you can see me. Gloria's there, but no sound. Okay. All right. You see me now? Okay, good. All right. Drop some more questions in the chat, please. Drop some more questions in the chat. I think Gloria's just in a bad area and we're not able to get her on here. We're trying, but I think she's in a bad area and it's storming in Georgia. So she may not be able to get on. So, guys, what I want you to realize is having a relationship is absolutely everything. You know, whatever that, it really helps you out. It really helps you out. And I want you guys to understand that setting up a secure card is not a bad thing. A lot of people think, oh, if I get a secure card, it's not going to help me. Setting up a secure card could change everything for you. So don't hesitate to set up a secure card and then let it graduate into an unsecured card. Think about it. The time is going to go by anyway. If you're doing credit repair, I want you to do credit repair, set up a security card, make sure you got a checking account and a savings account. And remember, I gave you guys a roadmap in the chat. Mission Lane, two security cards, rent reporters, and then you can throw on an authorized user. If you do something like that, I'm telling you right now, it's going to set you up where you can really thrive with the bank that you're with or with the credit union. And it depends on your situation, which one is best for you. But I can tell you right now, if you got below a 680, I want you to realize a secure card can really help you out. Now, let me give you guys a couple of more credit unions because I want you guys happy about I gave you enough credit unions that you can do your research on. So I don't think I put Four Leaf Credit Union in the chat. I'm gonna make sure I add that. Four Leaf Credit Union. They used to be Beth Page Credit Union. Anybody can join this credit union. Now, let me give you another one. Lake Michigan Federal Credit Union. Anybody can join. I personally call them Lake Michigan Federal Credit Union. All right, Gino said, at what credit score should one start looking for security cards? Any credit score, any credit score. Ask the bank Ask the bank. Just ask them, hey, what credit score? Is there a minimum credit score? So Jay said he's with Lake Michigan. All right, Jay. And Jay, we are on Instagram. You don't follow me. We're not on there together as much. I'm trying to get Gloria back to doing the funny skits. A lot of people have been asking us, let's Marvin and Gloria, where are those funny skits again? So I'm trying to get Gloria to get back into it. Also, Lake Michigan Federal Credit Union. Anyone can join for $5. You can do business and you can do personal. So business and personal, you can actually do both of those at Lake Michigan Federal Credit Union. Now, of course, if you live in Michigan, you can join anyway. But if you live outside of Michigan, I would join the ALS Foundation. It's called ALS Foundation for $5. That will get you inside the Lake Michigan Federal Credit Union. All right. Now, if you guys, I know you guys heard us talk about this. Join the American Consumer Council. The American Consumer Council, that'll get you in almost 1,500 credit unions by itself. American Consumer Council will help you out. And if you use the consumer code consumer. So the promo code is consumer. All right. The promo code is used to get in free. So I just gave you guys about $15 to $20. So the promo code for American Consumer Council is the word consumer. So remember that if you want to join them, and you got several banks that you can join. One of them is Service Federal Credit Union. So Service Credit Union is another good credit union to join. I mean, guys, it's so many that is you got to watch some of our videos. Go back and watch some of our videos. We got tons of banks and credit unions you can join. Another one of my favorites, Lafayette Federal Credit Union. If you want a credit union, anyone can join. Check out Lafayette Federal Credit Union. So give me some more questions. You guys got me. You got my attention. What questions do you have about your credit? I want to go back and make sure I've answered a lot of the questions uh, in the chat right now. And guys, I just want you to realize this is an open forum. Throw your questions in there, throw your credit scores in there, and let's figure out what we got to do to help you. And if you guys got over a 680, you got a 700 or better, you're really serious about raising capital, we're going to invite you guys to a one-on-one Zoom call. So we have several people that have signed up for this call. Remember, if you set up an appointment before 1 o'clock, if you set up an appointment before 1 o'clock, we can actually help you get funded the same day. And earlier in the call, I said this, and I want you guys to realize that you can actually get maximum funding by doing personal funding and business funding. Like I said earlier in this call, it was a point where last year Chase was giving out 50, $75,000 credit cards, and then all of a sudden they stopped. And I don't know if you guys know this. Chase is the biggest bank in the country. And when they do something, all of the rest of the banks follow, right? All of the rest of the banks follow. What you can end up doing is you can end up getting funded the same day if you're okay with personal funding. And all you got to do is start off with personal funding. You can end up double dipping, getting 0% business funding and balance transfer or turn your credit into cash and pay off all those personal loans. It's not that hard, guys. It's a way to do everything. So, and realize when you're setting up these banking relationships with businesses, you got to realize these banks want to see you do a direct deposit. They want you to leave $5,000 or more in their account. And then you'll start getting offers in your email, in your portal, and in the mail. You'll start getting offers once you set up an account and leave money in there. They want to help you. They want to help you raise this money. The banks don't make any money unless they let you borrow money. So think about this. Think about what I just said. That's the roadmap. If you guys didn't get it, I'm going to say it one more time. If you got a low credit score, under 680, I need you to set up a secure card, a checking account, a savings account. Try to put $1,000 to $5,000 in there and watch them start sending you offers. Do y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat that you hear me. Can I get some flames in the chat? Can I get some flames in the chat? And if you got a low credit score, don't be afraid to set up a secure card or a secured loan, okay? Set up a secured card or a secured loan and realize all you got to do is keep building credit. And what happens, remove those negative items, okay? I want you to remove those negative items. And then I want you to get a secured card. Start building credit at the same time. That's right. That's right. Let's go crazy in the chat, guys. All right, I got another question. I have a lowest 688 and my highest is 740. But I'm in the process of disputing with the Bureau. If I'm over 680, should I still get a secured card? Well, I got some questions to ask. What's your highest credit card limit? Like if you got credit cards that are 2 years old, over 5,000, then I would say don't get a secured card. The next thing is, what do your installment loans look like? Do you have a paid off vehicle? Do you have a paid off installment loan? Let me know what that looks like. Let me know what that looks like, guys. Do you have a paid off? Do you have a paid off a paid off car? If you got a paid off car, then I say don't get a secured loan. Don't get a secured card. But if you got $200, $300 limits, a secured card could actually help you. It could actually help you. All right. How do you use American Consumer Council once you sign up? Well, I just gave you a credit union, Service Federal Credit Union. They use the American Consumer Council. What the American Consumer Council does, it allows you to get in credit unions that are not in your area. It allows you to join credit unions all over the country. Does that make sense? The American Consumer Council is the key to get you in credit unions that are not in your area. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if that made sense. BTNL for you. Let me know if you understood what I just said. The American Consumer Council is the key to get you in credit unions. Make sure after this live you watch some of our videos and you learn what the American Consumer Council is. You said the code consumer is for both individuals and business. Well, I know for a fact it's for individuals. You may have to test it for businesses. I know it's for individuals. So, and usually once you get in as an individual, then the credit union will let you join as a business. So I think you only need to do it as an individual. That's what I would do. But the promo code should work either way. And the promo code is the word consumer. All right. And if you watch some of our videos, you'll see okay, you said it works on both. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. So the American Consumer Code, the promo code works on business and personal. So guys, I hope this gave you some value. I put a bunch of credit unions in the chat. If you guys have over a 680 credit score, then I want you to think about I'm inviting you, and Gloria is inviting you to a one-on-one Zoom call. If you guys are serious about setting up your roadmap to get you to an SBA loan, that's what Gloria and I do. We help empower businesses to keep raising capital. You're never done, guys. I want you to realize that. You're never done. You always got to raise capital. Well, guys, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thank you guys for showing up. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this with somebody and definitely hit the notification button so you do not miss another live. Thank you guys so much. And you guys have a great night, okay?